Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith have long been known for their unconventional approach to marriage, challenging traditional expectations with a relationship built on mutual respect, evolving definitions of love, and a willingness to redefine commitment. Unlike many celebrity couples who maintain a carefully curated image of romantic bliss, the Smiths have consistently embraced transparency, often sharing personal struggles and shifting perspectives on what their union means. This openness has led to both admiration and scrutiny, particularly in recent years when Jada revealed that they had been living separate lives for several years. During an episode of Red Table Talk, she candidly admitted that she and Will were no longer sleeping together and had essentially become separate people within the same household. Rather than viewing this as a failure or sign of marital breakdown, Jada framed it as a natural evolution, one where their bond had transformed into more of a life partnership than a conventional romantic marriage. She emphasized that their connection remained rooted in friendship, support, and shared experiences rather than physical intimacy or traditional expectations of romance. This revelation surprised many fans who had assumed the couple was still deeply intertwined in the traditional sense. For Jada, however, this shift represented a broader understanding of love, one that did not necessarily conform to societal norms. She spoke about the importance of individual growth and how at different stages of life, relationships must adapt rather than remain static. Her perspective resonated with some viewers who appreciated her honesty, while others struggled to reconcile this dynamic with the image of Will and Jada as a seemingly devoted couple. Will, for his part, appeared taken aback by Jada's public declarations, later admitting in interviews that he did not fully share her view of their current state. His reaction suggested that while they may have experienced emotional distance, he still saw their relationship as stronger and more connected than she portrayed it. This contrast in how they processed and communicated their experiences became a central point of tension and confusion for both the public and those close to the couple. Will Smith's response to Jada's revelations highlighted the emotional complexity of their situation. In subsequent interviews, he acknowledged that their marriage had gone through difficult phases, including infidelity on his part earlier in their relationship, but expressed that he did not see their bond as having diminished in the way Jada described. He admitted that they had faced challenges like any couple, but insisted that their connection remained strong, even if it had evolved over time. His surprise at Jada's candidness on Red Table Talk underscored the differing ways they processed and articulated their emotions. While Jada was more inclined to openly discuss the shifts in their relationship, Will seemed more comfortable framing their journey in a positive light. This divergence in communication styles contributed to the growing speculation about the true nature of their dynamic, with fans and media outlets dissecting every statement, interview, and public appearance for clues about their current status. The tension between their perspectives was further magnified by external commentary from friends, colleagues, and analysts who weighed in on the couple's situation. Some speculated that Jada's openness stemmed from a desire for personal freedom, while others suggested that Will's reluctance to acknowledge emotional distance indicated a struggle to let go of certain expectations. The discussions surrounding their relationship extended beyond just their personal experiences, touching on broader themes of love, identity, and the pressures of maintaining a high-profile marriage in the public eye. As the narrative continued to unfold, it became clear that Jada and Will's story was not simply about whether they were still together in the traditional sense. It was about how two individuals navigate the complexities of love, growth, and self-discovery in a constantly evolving world. One of the most defining moments in Jada and Will Smith's public narrative occurred during the 2022 Academy Awards, when comedian Chris Rock made a joke about Jada's baldness, referencing her shaved head and comparing it to the character G.I. Jane from the 1997 film of the same name. The comment, which many found offensive and unnecessarily cruel, prompted Will Smith to walk onto the stage and slap Rock across the face. The incident immediately went viral, dominating global headlines and sparking widespread debate about violence, celebrity culture, and appropriate responses to insults. While some defended Will's actions as a passionate defense of his wife, others criticized him for resorting to physical aggression in a professional setting. The moment not only overshadowed much of the night's other events but also reignited intense scrutiny of the couple's relationship, bringing renewed attention to the depth of Will's feelings for Jada despite their unconventional arrangement. In the aftermath of the incident, Will issued a formal apology to Chris Rock and the Academy, acknowledging that his actions were inappropriate and unprofessional. However, he also emphasized that his response was rooted in deep emotional pain and a desire to protect his wife. This moment served as a powerful reminder of the intensity of Will's emotions toward Jada, reinforcing the idea that, regardless of whatever separations or emotional distances existed between them, his sense of loyalty and protectiveness remained unwavering. Jada herself responded to the incident days later in a statement posted on social media, expressing gratitude for Will's love and support, while also acknowledging the complexity of the situation. Her message underscored the importance of accountability and the need for healing, not just for Will, but for the entire family. The fallout from the Oscars slap also reignited discussions about how the couple navigates public perception and adversity together. Despite the intense pressure and backlash that followed, they maintained a united front, demonstrating both their resilience and the evolving nature of their partnership. The incident provided yet another layer to their already complex narrative, reinforcing the notion that their relationship defies simple categorization. Whether viewed as a testament to Will's devotion or a reflection of deeper emotional tensions, the event further cemented their place in the ongoing conversation about love, conflict, and the ways in which celebrities are expected to handle personal matters under intense public scrutiny. To fully understand the intricacies of Jada and Will's relationship, one must look back at the foundation upon which it was built. They met in the early 1990s through mutual friends and quickly developed a connection that transcended Hollywood norms. At the time, Will was already a rising star due to his role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, while Jada was establishing herself as a talented actress and singer with roles in films like A Lowdown Dirty Shame and her band Wicked Wisdom. Despite their respective careers, they prioritized building a strong familial unit, raising two children, Jaden and Willow, while maintaining a high-profile presence in the entertainment industry. Their early years together were marked by a sense of partnership, mutual admiration, and a shared commitment to navigating fame while preserving their personal values. Over the years, their relationship has evolved in ways that challenge traditional notions of marriage. Both Will and Jada have spoken openly about the ups and downs of their union, including infidelity, personal struggles, and the pressures of fame. In particular, Will has admitted to cheating on Jada early in their marriage, a revelation that added another layer of complexity to their narrative. Rather than ending their relationship, they chose to work through the betrayal and rebuild trust over time. This decision set the tone for how they would handle future challenges through open communication, self-reflection, and a willingness to redefine what love means to them individually and as a couple. One of the most notable aspects of Jada and Will's relationship is their embrace of non-traditional structures. While many celebrity couples present a picture-perfect image of romance and devotion, Will and Jada have consistently rejected that expectation. Instead, they've opted for transparency, even if it means exposing vulnerabilities or admitting that their marriage doesn't fit societal molds. This authenticity has resonated with some fans who appreciate their honesty, while others have criticized them for being too open or failing to uphold certain ideals of marital bliss. Jada's Red Table Talk platform has played a pivotal role in shaping public perception of their relationship. Through candid conversations with her mother Adrienne Banfield Norris and daughter Willow, Jada has explored topics ranging from mental health and parenting to race, identity, and relationships. The show has provided a space for intergenerational dialogue and personal storytelling, often featuring guests who share their own experiences. However, when Jada began discussing her marriage more directly, especially during episodes that focused on her personal journey, the line between private and public life became increasingly blurred. Critics argued that airing such intimate details on a televised platform could be damaging to the relationship, while supporters praised her for breaking down stigmas around failed marriages and emotional disconnection. For Jada, the act of sharing was not only therapeutic, but also a way to connect with others who might be experiencing similar struggles. She has often emphasized the importance of self-awareness and growth, suggesting that sometimes the most honest path forward involves redefining what love looks like, rather than clinging to outdated expectations. While Jada has leaned into introspection and open discussion of her emotional journey, Will Smith has traditionally approached his emotions through a lens of optimism and perseverance. Known for his charismatic personality and ability to maintain a positive outlook even in difficult situations, Will has often framed challenges as opportunities for growth rather than setbacks. His memoir, Will, released shortly after the Oscars incident, offered further insight into his mindset and upbringing, shedding light on the factors that influenced his behavior and decision-making. Unlike Jada, who has frequently used Red Table Talk as a space for vulnerability and self-exploration, Will tends to process his emotions through storytelling, humor, and a focus on redemption. This difference in emotional expression has contributed to the contrasting ways they have handled their relationship's evolution. While Jada's openness has allowed her to articulate the emotional distance she felt, Will has often chosen to highlight the strength of their bond rather than dwell on its complications. His tendency to emphasize the positive aspects of their marriage, such as their enduring friendship, shared history, and commitment to their children, has sometimes clashed with Jada's more direct acknowledgement of the changes in their dynamic. Nevertheless, both approaches reflect a genuine effort to navigate their relationship authentically, even if their methods differ. Their ability to balance these perspectives has allowed them to maintain a level of understanding and support for each other's journeys, even when their paths diverge. As one of Hollywood's most recognizable power couples, Jada and Will Smith have long been subjected to intense media scrutiny, with every aspect of their relationship dissected by tabloids, talk shows, and online commentators. While some celebrity unions thrive under public attention, the Smiths' openness about their struggles has often fueled speculation and misinterpretation. The contrast between Jada's candid discussions on Red Table Talk and Will's more reserved reflections in interviews and his memoir created a dynamic where their personal narratives were frequently interpreted differently by the press and public. Reporters often sought to frame their relationship in binary terms, either as a broken marriage or a resilient partnership, ignoring the nuanced reality that neither label fully captures. captured. This tension was further exacerbated by the Oscars slap incident, which thrust their personal dynamics into the global spotlight once again. Overnight, Will's impulsive reaction to Chris Rock's joke became the focal point of media discourse, overshadowing much of the evening's other events. News outlets and late-night hosts dissected the moment from multiple angles, debating whether Will's actions were justified, excessive, or emblematic of larger issues within their marriage. Social media platforms became battlegrounds for opinion pieces, memes, and hot takes, with some users applauding Will's passion, while others condemned his behavior as unprofessional and violent. Amid the frenzy, Jada's silence in the immediate aftermath of the incident only fueled further speculation about the state of their relationship, with fans and journalists alike attempting to decipher whether she supported his actions or distanced herself from them. The media's fixation on their personal lives often overlooked the broader context of their evolving partnership. While Jada and Will had clearly undergone significant emotional transformations, their ability to weather public scrutiny demonstrated a level of resilience that few high-profile couples managed to maintain. Their responses to the controversy, including Will's formal apology and Jada's subsequent statement, highlighted their shared commitment to accountability and growth. Yet, even as they attempted to move forward, the relentless cycle of media coverage ensured that their private struggles remained a subject of public fascination. At the core of Jada and Will's relationship is a continuous redefinition of love and commitment, shaped by their evolving identities and personal journeys. Unlike traditional marriages that adhere to fixed expectations, their union has been characterized by fluidity, adaptability, and a willingness to challenge societal norms. Jada, in particular, has been vocal about the importance of personal freedom within a relationship, advocating for a model of love that allows both partners to grow independently while maintaining a deep emotional connection. She has described their bond as something that transcends conventional labels, emphasizing that love does not always have to manifest in the same way throughout a lifetime. This perspective has resonated with many who have experienced shifts in their own relationships, offering an alternative narrative to the idea that marriage must remain static or conform to rigid expectations. Will, on the other hand, has often framed their relationship through a lens of resilience and enduring partnership. Even amid emotional distance and personal challenges, he has consistently reiterated his commitment to Jada, highlighting the strength of their shared history and the bond they have built over decades. His approach reflects a belief that love is not solely defined by physical proximity or daily routines, but by the foundation of trust, mutual support, and shared experiences. This contrast in their philosophies has allowed them to navigate their differences without severing their connection entirely. Rather than adhering to a singular definition of marriage, they have embraced a more flexible understanding, one that acknowledges change while preserving the essence of their bond. Beyond their personal relationship, Jada and Will's dynamic has also been profoundly shaped by their roles as parents to Jaden and Willow. Raising two children in the public eye has presented unique challenges, requiring them to balance their individual aspirations with the responsibilities of parenthood. Throughout the years, both Jada and Will have emphasized the importance of creating a stable and supportive environment for their children, even as their own relationship underwent transformation. Their parenting style has been marked by encouragement of self-expression, independence, and emotional awareness, values that have been reinforced through their public discussions on Red Table Talk and other platforms. Jaden and Willow have often been at the center of media attention, with their creative pursuits and personal choices scrutinized alongside those of their parents. Jada, in particular, has been vocal about the difficulties of navigating adolescence under the glare of the spotlight, using her platform to advocate for youth empowerment and mental well-being. Meanwhile, Will has taken a more hands-on approach, frequently engaging with his son's projects and encouraging artistic exploration. The family's collective journey has reflected a commitment to growth, learning from mistakes, and fostering resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the evolving nature of Jada and Will's relationship, their shared dedication to their children has remained steadfast. Whether co-parenting through personal trials or publicly supporting their kids' endeavors, they have worked to maintain a sense of unity when it comes to family matters. This collaborative approach has not only reinforced their parental bond, but also provided a model for Jaden and Willow on how relationships can evolve while still maintaining a foundation of care and respect. Jada and Will's willingness to discuss their relationship so openly has had a significant cultural impact, influencing broader conversations about marriage, love, and personal growth. By rejecting the expectation that celebrity relationships must appear perfect at all times, they have helped normalize the idea that even long-term partnerships experience challenges, shifts, and redefinitions. Jada, in particular, has become a prominent voice in discussions about female autonomy, emotional honesty, and the complexities of modern relationships. Her candidness on Red Table Talk has encouraged many viewers to reflect on their own relationships, prompting discussions about whether traditional models of marriage still serve contemporary needs. Will's more optimistic and redemptive storytelling, meanwhile, has provided a counterbalance to the more introspective narratives that Jada often shares. His emphasis on perseverance, forgiveness, and finding joy in life's challenges has resonated with audiences seeking inspiration and hope. Together, their differing perspectives offer a multifaceted portrayal of love, one that acknowledges both its beauty and its imperfections. This duality has made them relatable figures in an industry often dominated by polished images of romance, allowing them to connect with audiences who appreciate their authenticity. Their openness has also sparked debates about the boundaries between private and public life. While some argue that their willingness to share intimate details sets a valuable precedent for transparency, others question whether such exposure is necessary or beneficial for their family. These discussions highlight the evolving expectations placed on celebrities, particularly in an era where social media and reality-based content blur the lines between personal and professional personas. Ultimately, Jada and Will's journey continues to shape the way society views relationships, proving that love is not a fixed destination, but an ongoing process of discovery and adaptation. Through their journey, Jada and Will Smith have exemplified the importance of resilience and personal growth within a relationship. Their ability to navigate challenges, whether through open communication, self-reflection, or public accountability, demonstrates that growth is not only possible, but essential for sustaining a meaningful connection over time. One of the most significant lessons from their dynamic is the recognition that relationships do not exist in a vacuum. They are shaped by individual experiences, evolving perspectives, and the broader cultural landscape. Rather than resisting change, Jada and Will have embraced it, allowing their partnership to transform in ways that align with their personal development. For Jada, this growth has often been expressed through her pursuit of self-discovery, advocacy, and creative expression. Her work on Red Table Talk and her musical ventures with Wicked Wisdom reflect a desire to explore different facets of her identity beyond the role of a spouse or parent. Similarly, Will's journey has been marked by a commitment to overcoming past mistakes, embracing vulnerability, and continuously striving for personal improvement. His memoir and public apologies following the Oscars incident illustrate his willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about himself and take responsibility for his actions. These efforts reinforce the idea that true strength lies not in perfection, but in the courage to acknowledge flaws and seek growth. Ultimately, their story serves as a reminder that relationships are not static entities, but ever-evolving partnerships that require patience, understanding, and a shared commitment to growth. By choosing to engage with their struggles rather than hide from them, Jada and Will have provided a powerful example of how love can endure, even when it takes unexpected forms. As Jada and Will continue to navigate the complexities of their relationship, the future remains uncertain, yet filled with potential for further growth and transformation. Their journey thus far has demonstrated that love, in its many forms, is not bound by rigid definitions, but instead thrives on adaptability, mutual respect, and the willingness to evolve together. Whether they choose to remain closely connected, pursue independent paths, or find a new balance between the two, their commitment to personal and relational integrity will likely guide their decisions moving forward. For Jada, the emphasis on self-discovery and authenticity will continue to shape her journey. Her openness about emotional distance and redefined commitments suggests that she values a relationship structure that allows both partners to grow individually while maintaining a deep, enduring bond. This philosophy aligns with her broader advocacy for women's empowerment and emotional intelligence, reinforcing the idea that fulfillment in love does not require conformity to traditional expectations. As she moves ahead, her influence on discussions surrounding modern relationships will likely persist, inspiring others to embrace honesty and self-awareness in their own partnerships. Will, on the other hand, will likely continue to approach his personal and professional life with a focus on redemption, resilience, and storytelling. His ability to turn painful experiences into lessons for growth has been a defining trait throughout his career, and his journey with Jada has been no exception. Whether through future projects, continued public reflection, or behind-the-scenes efforts to strengthen their connection, Will's path forward will likely be shaped by his commitment to learning from past mistakes and striving for emotional maturity. Regardless of how their relationship ultimately unfolds, one thing remains clear: Jada and Will's story is far from over. Their ability to navigate challenges with grace, honesty, and a willingness to redefine love on their own terms ensures that their legacy will continue to resonate with audiences for years to come.